Hey everyone, welcome back to English in Real Life. I'm Ray.
And I'm Mia. Thanks so much for joining us today.
So, how are you doing today, Mia?
I'm doing really well. I just had my coffee, so I'm ready to talk. How about you?
Same here. I can't start my day without coffee. Actually, I had 2 cups this morning.
2 cups? Wow, you're really awake then.
Yeah, I needed it. I stayed up late last night reading a book.
Oh, really? What kind of book?
Just a simple storybook, nothing too complicated. And that's actually perfect for today's topic.
Exactly. Today we're going to talk about simple stories and how they can help you learn English.
And we're not just going to talk about stories, we're going to share some stories with you too.
Right. We'll tell you some of our favorite simple stories, and we'll explain why stories are so helpful for learning.
So grab your coffee or tea, get comfortable, and let's have a real conversation about stories.
So, Ray, let me ask you something. When did you start loving stories?
That's a good question. I think I was maybe 5 or 6 years old. My mom used to read to me every night before bed.
Aw, that's so sweet. What kind of stories did she read?
Mostly fairy tales. You know, like Cinderella, Snow White, things like that. Simple stories with happy endings.
I love that. My grandmother used to tell me stories too, but she didn't read from books.
Oh, really? She just made them up?
Sometimes. And sometimes she told stories from her own life, stories about when she was young.
Those are the best kinds of stories, I think. Real stories from real people.
Absolutely. And you know what? Those stories helped me learn English without even knowing it.
That's so true. When we listen to stories, we learn new words, we learn how sentences work, and we don't even realize we're learning.
Exactly. It just feels like fun. It doesn't feel like studying.
And that's why stories are perfect for beginners. You don't need to memorize grammar rules. You just listen and enjoy.
Right. Your brain learns naturally, the same way children learn their first language.
So for everyone watching, if you're trying to learn English, stories are your friend.
Your very best friend. Should we talk about what makes a good, simple story?
Yes, let's do that. Okay, so Mia, what do you think makes a story simple?
Well, first of all, the words. A simple story uses everyday words that everyone knows.
Like house instead of residence.
Exactly. Or happy instead of elated.
Right. We want words that you hear every single day in normal conversation.
And the sentences should be short and clear, not long, complicated sentences that go on and on and on.
Like that sentence you just said?
Okay, bad example, but you know what I mean. Short is better for beginners.
Definitely. I also think a good, simple story has a clear beginning, middle, and end.
Yes, you should be able to follow what's happening easily. No confusion.
And here's something important. The story should be interesting.
Oh, absolutely. Even if the words are simple, the story still needs to be good.
Right. It can't be boring. Nobody wants to listen to a boring story.
Even kids won't listen if it's boring.
That's true. Kids are honest. If they don't like it, they'll just walk away.
So the story needs to have something that makes you want to keep listening. Maybe it's funny, or maybe it's surprising.
Or maybe it teaches you something about life.
Exactly. The best simple stories have meaning, even if they're short.
You know what? I think we should share some examples.
Great idea. Should I go first?
Sure. Tell us a simple story.
Okay, let me think. All right, I have one. This is a story about my neighbor's dog.
Oh, I like dog stories already.
Okay, so my neighbor has a big dog named Max. Max is very friendly, but he's also very lazy.
I know some people like that.
Right? So one day I was walking past my neighbor's house and I saw Max sitting by the front door.
Okay.
Max was just sitting there, staring at the door. He looked very sad.
Aw, poor Max.
So I walked over and said, "Hey Max, what's wrong? Why are you sad?"
Did he answer you?
No, but he looked at me with these big, sad eyes. Then he looked at the door again.
He wanted to go inside?
That's what I thought. So I knocked on the door. My neighbor opened it and said, "Oh, thank you. Max has been sitting there for an hour."
An hour? Why didn't he just go inside?
That's what I asked. And my neighbor said, "The door is open. He just has to push it."
No way.
Yes, the door wasn't locked. It was already open a little bit. Max just needed to push it with his nose.
So what happened?
My neighbor pushed the door open wide, and Max walked inside like nothing happened.
That's hilarious. He was too lazy to push the door himself?
Exactly. He just sat there waiting for someone to open it for him.
That's such a simple story, but it's so funny. And you know what? There's a lesson in that story.
What's the lesson?
Sometimes the solution to our problem is right in front of us. We just need to take action. We can't just sit and wait.
Wow, that's actually really deep.
Even simple stories can teach us something, right?
Absolutely. And I love how you told that story. You used simple words, the story was short, and it had a funny moment plus a meaningful message.
Thank you. That's exactly what we're talking about today. Simple but effective.
And for our viewers learning English, did you notice how Mia used past tense verbs? I was walking, Max was sitting, I saw, he looked.
Good point. Past tense is very common in stories because we're talking about things that already happened.
Right, and Mia also used dialogue, what people said. Hey Max, what's wrong? That makes the story feel more real.
Exactly. When you read or listen to stories, pay attention to these things. It helps you learn how to tell your own stories in English. Okay, I think it's my turn to tell a story now.
Yes, I'm ready. What story are you going to tell us?
All right, so this story is from when I was a kid. I was probably 8 years old.
Okay, I'm listening.
So when I was 8, my dad decided to teach me how to ride a bicycle.
Oh, learning to ride a bike. That's a classic story.
Yeah, everyone has a bike story, right? So my dad took me to the park with my new bicycle.
Was it your first bike?
It was my first big bike. Before that, I had a small bike with training wheels.
Training wheels are those little extra wheels on the side, right?
Exactly. They help you balance when you're learning. But this new bike didn't have training wheels.
So you were nervous?
Very nervous. I looked at that bike and thought, I'm going to fall.
That's scary for a kid.
Yeah, but my dad said, don't worry. I'll hold the back of the bike. You just pedal and steer.
That's what my dad did too.
So I got on the bike and my dad held the seat. I started pedaling and everything was okay.
Good.
I was riding around the park and I was thinking, this is easy. I can do this.
But then what happened?
Well, after a few minutes, I looked back to see my dad and he wasn't there.
He let go?
He let go. He was standing about 20 feet behind me, smiling and waving.
Oh no. What did you do?
I panicked. As soon as I realized he wasn't holding the bike, I stopped pedaling and I fell right over.
Oh no. Did you get hurt?
Just a small scratch on my knee, nothing serious, but I was so surprised.
I bet. So what did your dad say?
He ran over and said, "You were doing it. You were riding by yourself and you didn't even know it."
Aw, that's actually really sweet.
Yeah, and that's when I learned an important lesson.
What lesson?
Sometimes we can do things we think we can't do. We just don't believe in ourselves enough.
Wow, that's beautiful.
I was riding the bike perfectly fine, but the moment I realized my dad wasn't there, I got scared and fell.
So the fear was the problem, not your ability.
Exactly. And you know what? This is true for learning English too.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of people can speak English, but they're afraid to try.
Right. They worry they'll make mistakes, so they don't speak at all.
But making mistakes is part of learning.
Definitely. Just like falling off the bike was part of learning to ride.
Did you get back on the bike after you fell?
Not that day. I was too scared. But the next day, I tried again.
And
I rode all around the park without falling. Once I believed I could do it, it was easy.
I love that story, Ray. It's simple, it's relatable, and it has a great message.
Thank you. And see, this is what we mean by simple stories. You don't need fancy words or complicated plots.
Just real experiences and honest emotions.
Exactly.
So we've told 2 stories from our lives, but there are lots of different types of simple stories, right?
Oh yeah, tons. There are fairy tales, fables, folk tales.
Myths and legends, too.
Right, and each type of story has its own purpose.
Can we talk about fables for a minute? I love fables.
Sure. So for anyone who doesn't know, what's a fable?
A fable is a short story that teaches a lesson, and usually the characters are animals that act like people.
Like Aesop's fables.
Exactly. Have you heard of The Tortoise and the Hare?
Of course, that's a classic. Should we tell that story for our viewers?
Yes, let's tell it together. I'll start.
Okay, go ahead.
So, there was a tortoise, that's a turtle, and there was a hare, that's a rabbit.
The hare was very fast. He could run faster than any other animal.
But the tortoise was very slow. He walked slowly everywhere he went.
One day, the hare was laughing at the tortoise. He said, "You're so slow. It takes you all day to go anywhere."
The tortoise calmly said, "I may be slow, but I still get where I'm going."
The hare laughed and said, "Let's have a race. I'll show you how fast I really am."
So they decided to race from one tree to another tree far away.
All the animals came to watch the race. When the race started, the hare ran very fast.
The tortoise just started walking slowly, one step at a time.
The hare was so far ahead that he decided to take a nap. He thought, "The tortoise is so slow, I have plenty of time to rest."
Meanwhile, the tortoise kept walking, slow and steady, one step after another.
The tortoise walked past the sleeping hare. He didn't stop, he just kept going.
When the hare finally woke up, he saw the tortoise near the finish line.
The hare ran as fast as he could, but it was too late.
The tortoise crossed the finish line first and won the race.
And what's the moral of the story?
Slow and steady wins the race.
Exactly. It means being consistent and never giving up is better than being talented but lazy.
That's such a good lesson. And that story is hundreds of years old, but people still tell it today.
Because the lesson is still true. It doesn't matter if you're learning English or learning to play piano or training for a marathon.
Slow and steady wins the race. I also love how simple that story is. The words are easy, the plot is clear, and the message is powerful.
That's why fables are perfect for English learners.
Absolutely. You can understand the story even if you're a beginner, but the meaning is deep enough for anyone.
Are there any other fables you like, Mia?
Oh, so many. The Boy Who Cried Wolf, The Ant and the Grasshopper, The Lion and the Mouse.
Those are all great. Maybe we should make more videos about specific fables.
That's a great idea. We could tell one fable per video and really break down the vocabulary and grammar.
I like that. Let us know in the comments if you'd like to see that.
Yes, please comment below. We love hearing from you.
Okay, so we've talked about why stories are good for learning, and we've shared some examples.
Now let's talk about how to actually use stories to improve your English.
Good idea. So Mia, what's your advice? How should someone practice with stories?
Well, first, I think you should listen to stories. Just listen. Don't read yet.
Why listening first?
Because listening helps your pronunciation and your ear. You learn how English really sounds.
That's true. When you only read, you might pronounce words wrong in your head.
Exactly. So listen to the story 2 or 3 times. Try to understand the main idea.
And don't worry if you don't understand every single word.
Right. Just get the general story. Who are the characters? What happens?
Then what?
Then read the story while you listen. Look at the words and hear them at the same time.
This helps connect the sounds to the spelling.
Yes, and you can see how sentences are built.
I also recommend reading the story out loud yourself.
Oh, that's important. Reading out loud helps you practice speaking.
And it helps you notice which words are difficult for you to pronounce.
Then you can practice those specific words.
Another thing I like to do is retell the story in my own words.
Ooh, that's a great exercise. So you listen to a story, then try to tell it yourself?
Exactly. You don't have to use the same words. Just tell the story your own way.
That's actually pretty advanced. That helps you think in English.
Yeah, and it shows you which words you remember and which words you need to review.
What about writing? Should people write the stories?
I think writing is good too, but maybe after you've listened and spoken first.
I agree. Writing is helpful, but it's slower, and we want to focus on natural, flowing English first.
Right. Natural conversation, natural thinking.
You know what else is fun? Acting out the story with a friend.
Yes, that's actually really helpful. You can practice different voices for different characters.
And it makes learning fun. Learning should be enjoyable, not stressful.
Absolutely. If you're having fun, you'll keep doing it. If it's boring or stressful, you'll quit.
So true. That's why I always say choose stories you actually like.
Yes, don't force yourself to read stories that bore you.
If you like funny stories, read funny stories. If you like adventure, read adventure stories.
Your motivation will be so much higher.
Exactly.
Should we tell another story from our lives?
Sure, I have a good one about my first job.
Okay, I want to hear this.
All right, so my first job was at a coffee shop. I was 16 years old.
16? That's young.
Yeah, it was just a part-time job after school. I worked on weekends too.
What did you do at the coffee shop?
I was a barista. I made coffee, tea, and I served pastries.
Sounds nice.
It was nice, but it was also really stressful at first.
Why?
Because I had to remember so many different drinks. Lattes, cappuccinos, macchiatos, Americanos.
Yeah, coffee shops have a lot of options.
And people were very specific about what they wanted. I want a tall, half-calf soy latte with extra foam.
That sounds complicated.
It was. So one day, this woman came in. She was very well dressed, very professional looking.
Okay.
She ordered a complicated drink. I don't even remember exactly what it was, but I wrote it down and tried my best to make it.
Did you make it correctly?
No, I made it completely wrong. I gave her the drink and she took one sip and made a face.
Oh no.
She said, "This isn't what I ordered. This is wrong."
What did you do?
I started to panic. I said, "I'm so sorry. Let me make you a new one."
Were you nervous?
So nervous. My hands were shaking. I was sure she was going to complain to my boss.
But what happened?
She looked at me for a moment and then she smiled. She said, "Hey, it's okay. We all make mistakes. Is this your first job?"
That was nice of her.
It was so nice. I said, "Yes, it's my first week actually." And she said, "Then you're doing great. Just take your time and make the drink again. I'm not in a hurry."
Wow, she sounds like a kind person.
She was. I made the drink again, very carefully this time, and it was perfect.
Good.
She tried it and said, "There you go. This is exactly what I wanted. See, you can do it."
That's so sweet.
It really was. And from that day on, she became a regular customer. She came in every morning before work.
Did she always order the same complicated drink?
Yes, but after a while, I could make it perfectly without even thinking.
Practice makes perfect.
Exactly. And you know what I learned from that experience?
What?
I learned that kindness matters. That woman could have been angry. She could have complained. But instead, she was patient and encouraging.
And that probably made you want to work harder.
It did. Her kindness motivated me to get better at my job.
That's a beautiful story, Mia. And again, it's so simple but so meaningful.
Thank you. I still think about that woman sometimes.
I bet she doesn't even know how much her kindness affected you.
Probably not, but that's the thing about kindness. Even small acts can make a big difference.
All right, I have another story to share too.
Great. What's this one about?
This is about my grandfather. So, my grandfather was a farmer. He had a small farm with chickens, some cows, and a vegetable garden.
Where was the farm?
In the countryside, about 2 hours from where I lived. We visited him every summer.
That sounds lovely.
It was. So one summer, I was maybe 10 years old and I was helping my grandfather in the garden.
What were you doing?
We were planting tomatoes. He showed me how to dig a hole, put the small plant in, and cover it with dirt.
Simple enough, right?
Yeah, it seemed easy, but I wanted to finish quickly because I wanted to go play.
Of course you did. You were 10.
So I started digging the holes really fast, putting the plants in and covering them up. I didn't pay attention to how I was doing it.
Uh-oh, I think I know where this is going.
Yeah. My grandfather watched me for a minute and then he said, "Ray, come here. Look at this plant."
What was wrong with it?
He showed me that I had planted it too shallow. The roots weren't deep enough in the ground.
So it wouldn't grow properly?
Exactly. He said, if you plant it like this, the plant will fall over when it gets bigger. It won't be strong.
What did you say?
I felt a little embarrassed. I said, sorry, Grandpa, I'll fix it.
And did you?
Yes, we pulled up all the plants I had done and replanted them the right way. It took a long time.
I bet you learned your lesson.
I definitely did. But here's the best part. While we were replanting, my grandfather said something I'll never forget.
What did he say?
He said, Ray, if you do something, do it right the first time. Doing it fast but wrong means you'll have to do it twice, and that takes even more time.
Wow, that's wise.
Right? And he said it so calmly, not in an angry way. He was just teaching me.
That's such a good lesson for everything in life.
It really is, whether you're planting tomatoes or learning English or doing your job.
Do it right, not just fast.
Exactly. Quality over speed.
And this connects to what we said earlier about slow and steady wins the race.
Yes, it's the same idea. Take your time, do it well, and you'll be successful.
I love that your grandfather taught you that lesson through farming.
Me too. And you know what? Those tomatoes grew big and delicious that summer.
Because you planted them correctly.
Exactly.
So Ray, we've told a lot of stories today. Where can our viewers find good, simple stories to practice with?
Great question. There are so many places. Libraries have children's books, which are perfect for beginners.
Yes, don't be embarrassed to read children's books. They're designed to teach language.
Absolutely. Some of my favorite stories are from children's books.
What else?
Online, there are websites with free short stories for English learners.
Websites like English Online or Breaking News English have stories with different difficulty levels.
Right, you can start with easy stories and gradually move to harder ones.
YouTube is great too. There are channels that read stories aloud.
Like our channel.
Yes, like English and Real Life, we're here to help you with real conversations and stories.
You can also find stories on apps. There are apps specifically for English learners.
And don't forget podcasts. Some podcasts tell short stories in simple English.
True. Podcasts are perfect because you can listen while you're walking or cooking or doing other things.
But here's something important. You can also create your own stories.
Yes. Tell us what you mean by that.
Well, you can write about your own life. What happened to you today? What happened last week?
That's a great exercise.
It is, because when you write about your own experiences, you're using vocabulary that's relevant to your life.
And it's easier to remember words when they're connected to your own memories.
Exactly. So maybe you write about cooking dinner, or visiting a friend, or a problem you solved.
These don't have to be exciting stories. They can be ordinary, everyday things.
Right. Not every story needs to be an adventure. Sometimes the simple moments are the best stories.
I agree. And writing about your day helps you practice past tense, which we talked about earlier.
Yes. Today, I woke up at 7 a.m. I made breakfast. I went to work.
Simple sentences, but great practice.
And once you write it, you can read it out loud. Then you're practicing speaking too.
I love that. Write, read, speak, all in one exercise.
You could even share your story with a friend who's also learning English.
That's a wonderful idea. You can help each other improve. Ray, I want to talk about something. Why do you think stories affect us emotionally?
That's interesting. I think it's because stories help us feel connected.
Connected to what?
Connected to other people. When we hear someone's story, we understand them better.
That's true. Stories show us that other people have similar experiences.
Right. Like your story about learning to ride a bike, so many people can relate to that.
Because most people have felt scared to try something new.
Exactly. And when we hear that you felt scared too, we don't feel so alone.
Stories create empathy.
Yes. Empathy means understanding how someone else feels.
And that's one reason why stories are so powerful for language learning.
How so?
Because when you care about a story, you pay more attention. And when you pay attention, you learn better.
Oh, that's a good point. If a story's boring, your mind wanders.
Right, but if the story touches your heart, you remember it.
And you remember the words, too.
Exactly. The vocabulary becomes part of the emotional memory.
I never thought about it that way, but you're totally right.
This is why personal stories like the ones we shared today are so effective.
Because they're real. They have real emotions.
Yes, when I told you about my grandfather, I felt emotional remembering him.
I could hear that in your voice, and that made the story more powerful.
Same with your story about the woman at the coffee shop. I could feel how nervous you were.
Yeah, I still remember exactly how I felt that day.
And now our viewers will remember your story too. Maybe next time they make a mistake, they'll think of that kind woman.
I hope so. And maybe they'll be kind to someone else who makes a mistake.
Stories can change the way we act.
They really can.
So, to everyone watching this video, we want to encourage you.
Yes, learning English isn't always easy, but you can do it.
Just like the tortoise in the fable, you need to keep going, slow and steady.
And like Ray learning to ride the bike, you might fall sometimes, but you can get back up.
Making mistakes is okay. It's part of learning.
In fact, mistakes are good. They show you what you need to practice.
And remember, you don't need to be perfect.
Nobody is perfect. Even native speakers make mistakes.
It's true. I make mistakes all the time.
Me too. Language is about communication, not perfection.
So start telling stories. Start with simple ones.
Talk about your day. Talk about your family. Talk about your dreams.
Use the words you know. Don't worry about the words you don't know yet.
You'll learn new words gradually, naturally, through stories and practice.
And most importantly, enjoy the process.
Yes, learning should be fun. If you're not having fun, change your method.
Find stories you love. Find topics that interest you.
When you love what you're learning, it doesn't feel like work.
It feels like an adventure.
Exactly.
Hey Mia, before we finish today, should we create one more story together?
Oh, that's a fun idea. Like a story we make up right now?
Yeah, we can show how easy it is to create a simple story.
Okay, let's do it. You start.
All right. Once upon a time, there was a little bird.
The bird's name was Charlie. Charlie lived in a tall tree in the park.
Every day, Charlie would sit on a branch and watch the people walk by.
Charlie loved watching people because everyone was different. Some were happy, some were sad, some were in a hurry.
One day, Charlie saw a young boy sitting on a bench. The boy looked very sad.
Charlie flew down from the tree and landed near the bench. The boy looked up and saw Charlie.
"Hello, little bird," the boy said. "Why did you come here?"
Charlie couldn't talk, of course, but Charlie chirped a happy song.
The boy listened to the song. It was a beautiful, cheerful melody.
And you know what? The boy started to smile.
"Thank you, little bird," the boy said. "Your song made me feel better."
Charlie chirped one more time, then flew back to the tree.
From that day on, whenever Charlie saw someone who looked sad, Charlie would sing a song for them.
And Charlie learned that sometimes the smallest action can make someone's day brighter.
The end.
I love it! We just created a story together in just a few minutes.
See, it's not hard. And this story has everything we talked about today.
Simple words, clear plot, and a meaningful message.
Exactly. Anyone can do this.
Whether you write it down or just tell it out loud, creating stories helps you practice English.
And it helps you think creatively.
Wow, we've talked about so much today.
We really have. Let's do a quick summary. What did we learn?
We learned that simple stories are one of the best ways to learn English.
Stories use everyday vocabulary and natural grammar.
They help us learn without feeling like we're studying.
We talked about different types of stories, personal stories, fables, fairy tales.
We shared stories from our own lives about dogs, bikes, grandparents, and coffee shops.
Yeah, our stories were pretty different, but they all had meaning.
And we learned that stories create emotional connections, which help us remember better.
We also talked about how to practice with stories. Listen, read, speak, and even write your own story.
Most importantly, we learned to enjoy the process and not worry about being perfect.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Exactly.
So, what's your next step? Find a simple story and practice with it today.
It could be a children's book, a fable, or even your own story about what happened today.
Whatever you choose, just start. Take that first step.
And remember, every story you read or hear is making your English better.
Even if you don't realize it, your brain is learning.
So keep going, keep practicing, keep telling stories.
And of course, keep watching English in Real Life.
Yes, we have so many more videos to help you learn.
Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already.
And turn on notifications so you don't miss our new videos.
Comment below and tell us what's your favorite simple story.
Or tell us a short story from your own life. We love reading your comments.
Thanks so much for watching today, everyone.
We really appreciate you being here with us.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep smiling,
And keep living English in real life.
bye!